We are 17-3 with our last 5 NFL combo videos. And we're going to look to keep things rolling in Week 12, starting with a 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff between the Patriots and the Bengals, where we have a look on a side as well as a couple of player props to cover. And then we'll move on to Eagles Cowboys, 4:25 p.m. Eastern kickoff, where we have a look on the total. I'm Steve Seagrave from Sports Memo and Picks and Parlays, and I am in action for Week 12 with clients. I have a 5% NFL max bet that I absolutely love. We're 7-5 with those plays so far this season, despite a brutal loss last week, and we've pulled in a profit now in 6 of the last 10 weeks. As always, if you guys enjoy this content, hit that like button for me if you would. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and drop those Week 12 picks in the comment section. Sides, totals, player props, you name it. I'll be checking those comments to respond back to you guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of my plays in this video. So quick recap on Week 11. We went 2-2. The Jackson Hawes anytime touchdown play was just suggested as a sprinkle, but we'll count it as a loss because we're still 17-3 over our last 5 videos. We've had a couple of sweeps in there. We had a 3-1 video as well. Our other plays for last week, we had the Buffalo team total over 26.5. That absolutely smashed as they scored 44. Falcons let us down laying the 3.5. I thought they would bounce back and get some revenge on the Panthers, but they end up losing in overtime, 30-27. However, Bijan Robinson did find the end zone to give us a 2-2 week. And like I said, one of our losses was a plus 550 sprinkle play. But regardless, we'll move on to Week 12, starting with Patriots laying 6.5 against the Bengals, total sitting at 51.5. Patriots just keep rolling. They're 9-2 now on the year, coming off a 27-14 victory on Thursday Night Football against the Jets. However, they did suffer a brutal injury in that one, as Milton Williams went down and he's now on the IR. That really hurts this Patriots defense. He was a great signing that was paying dividends. And then Ramondre Stevenson continues to battle injuries, and he's listed as questionable for this week. On the other side of things, another brutal season for the Bengals with Burrow getting injured again, 3-7 on the year, coming off a brutal loss at Pittsburgh, 34-12. And now we got some injury questions for the Bengals side of things as well. Burrow now listed as questionable. He's getting closer and closer to returning. Flacco got banged up last week as well. So the quarterback situation, a big question mark for this Bengals team. The defense has been epically bad, and Trey Hendrickson remains on the shelf. And now this Bengals team has to play without Jamar Chase, as he serves his 1-game suspension for the spitting incident with Jalen Ramsey last week. So our first play for this video, we're going to look at the Patriots laying the 6.5. If you can get this at 7 or less, I'm all over it. I feel like the number might have just dipped to 6.5 as I looked at it for this video, maybe because of the news that potentially Joe Burrow returns. But this Patriots team has been great on the road. They're 5-0 on the road this season, with an average margin of victory of more than 8 points per game. This Cincinnati defense is historically bad. They actually have the worst rated defensive DVOA in history. In 47 years of tracking this, they have the worst at this point in history. A lot of questions at quarterback, no Jamar Chase. Patriots coming into this one with extra rest after playing on Thursday Night Football. They've had 10 days to prepare for this game. And you keep wondering, when is this letdown spot coming for this Patriots team? Is it going to be against the Jets? Will it be against the Bengals? But they just keep on moving on to the next game. And Vrabel has just done a great job coaching this team up and avoiding those letdown spots. I don't see him letting it happen here. So let's lay the 6.5 or even 7 if that's the best you can get with the Patriots. Going to look at a couple of player props in this one as well. Starting with Drake May, over 36.5 yards for his longest completion, minus 114 over at FanDuel. It's a big number, admittedly, But he's cleared this now in 5 of his last 6 games. He fell short last time out with a 26-yarder being his longest completion. Just a lot of explosive plays for this Patriots team. Diggs, Hunter Henry, when Booty was healthy, Douglas. A lot of these guys are coming up with Williams now, stepping up with some big plays as well. A lot of guys on this team that put up some explosive plays. And now they're facing the Cincinnati Bengals defense that we just went over, historically bad. They've allowed 6 of 10 opposing quarterbacks to surpass their respective longest completion line in any given week. And they rank 26th in longest completion per game, with an average of 39.4 being the longest per game. So I see this being a spot where Drake May takes advantage of this defense, gets at least one very long pass here, and goes over 36.5 yards for his longest completion. This other play is just going to be a sprinkle play. A couple things make me jump off of it as far as making it an official play, but I'm looking at Noah Fant, the Bengals tight end, for an anytime touchdown, sitting at plus 350 at FanDuel. So he has a great rapport with Joe Flacco. Last week he had the most tight end snaps on the team, and he had the most receptions with 5 as well. The only thing that scares me off a little bit is Burrow going to return, or is he not? T. Higgins, now with Jamar Chase on the shelf, is going to be shadowed by Christian Gonzalez, so he could be taken out of this game, or at least severely limited, and that could set up Fant to be looked at in the red zone, or maybe even a little bit further out. Obviously sets up as a pass-heavy game script here, with the Bengals being close to a touchdown, if not a touchdown underdog. But Mike Gesicki looks like he may return this week. How effective he'll be, how rusty he'll be, I do question. But that could kind of just throw a little bit of a wrench in the works here for Noah Fant. But I think that's worth a sprinkle. We won't make it an official play, but Fant to score an anytime touchdown at plus 350 if you're looking for a nice sprinkle on a little bit of a long shot. So let's move on to 4:25 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Eagles laying 3, total sitting at 47.5. And this total has dipped way down. This came out at 50.5 at some spots. And I think it is trending in the right direction, honestly. But let's just cover these two teams quickly. Eagles 8-2 on the year, coming off the 16-9 victory against the Lions. Offensive line banged up, though. Lane Johnson is going to be out. He's on the IR. And then Cam Johnson as well is questionable at this point. When this team doesn't have Lane Johnson, that's the more important injury here to talk about. This team has struggled in the past. You got Dallas 4-5-1 on the year, coming off the 33-16 victory in Vegas. Dallas looking pretty healthy, especially defensively. And these teams already locked horns way back in week 1, where Philly won at home 24-20. I mentioned that I like the way this number is trending. I don't like it for my play, but I think the number for this total is trending in the right direction. And I still think there's room for this under to clear, because I see a pretty low-scoring game here, which is a little counterintuitive when Dallas is playing at home. But let's get into it. Under 47.5. Obviously, we beat the best of the number. But Dallas is elite offensively at home. But this Eagles defense, this is a top 3 defense at this point. They've made some great additions during free agency, and they look elite right now. Dallas, I think, is starting to improve a little bit defensively as well. It's hard to judge because it was against the Raiders. But Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, starting to settle in a little bit here. These couple of additions they made defensively are helping them out. And then DeMarvion Overshawn is healthy as well for this Cowboys defense. So that's helping them out as well. And then this Philly offense, 24th in yards per play. This offense has struggled already. We know without Lane Johnson, it could be even more struggles for this Eagles offense. I think this Dallas defense can contain him a little bit. And I think the Eagles can do a good job against the Dallas offense, even though they're playing at home. So let's go under 47.5 for that game. So our official plays, we're going to lay 6.5 or 7 with the Pats. We're going to go Drake May, longest completion over 36.5 yards. And then for the Dallas-Philly game, I'll only play for that one. We're going to go under 47.5. Obviously, if the number gets any higher, jump on that one. And then consider that sprinkle on the Noah Fant anytime touchdown at plus 350. I have a special offer to share with you guys that we're running over at Sports Memo and Picks and Parlays. You can get a 7-day all-access pass that covers all sports, $69. Breaks down to less than $10 per day, and that's $30 off of the normal price. What's great is you get all the plays, all of my sports that I cover, obviously including NFL. You get the 5% play this weekend that plays $25 alone, and you get 7 days of action with this pass for $69. We've pulled in a profit now in 6 of our last 10 weeks. The last couple of weeks haven't been as good as prior weeks, but now it seems like a great time to bounce back in week 12. You also get my college football play of the week, 5-2 run with those. You get my NBA plays, which I'll admit have struggled a bit recently, but I'm always confident in our NBA player props, as we went number 1 during the regular season last year with 73 units of profit. And then hockey, NHL has been great. We're number 2 right now over at the site on the season, 15-6 on the year. So we'll look to keep that train rolling. You get all those sports, 5% plays, any player props, sides, totals, you name it. And you can get that right now at either site, whether it be Sports Memo or Picks and Parlays. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button on the way out. Drop a comment for us if you would. Let me know who you like this week in Week 12. And always check out my free content over at X at StevesBook22, as well as over on X at Wager Talk News, where I post a daily NBA player prop article, as well as NFL articles for the primetime games, for anytime touchdowns every week, for first touchdowns every week. Anyway, tons of free content out there for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.